Well, recently my headphones decided that they had enough of functioning. So what I've gone and done is, well, go and spend 30 quid to fix the problem. This is the Razer Krazen X Lite. It's a gaming headset which promotes apparently 7.1 surround sound, a bendable microphone, 3.5mm analog connection as you can see up here, and apparently it's also meant to be extra light as well. If you want to know all the exact specifications, they're on the screen right now. So let's go ahead, open this thing up and go take a look. And here we go, it says for gamers, by gamers. So let's go ahead, open it up and see what we've got inside, because we've got ourselves a little thing here, we've got a little thing here, and we'll talk about this in a minute. We've got what looks to be a little bit of a quick start guide, and then we have the actual headset itself, which does look very interesting. So let's go ahead, get it out of the packet and take a look. Although we've also not only got to unbox it, we have to unwrap it as well. But taking a look at this thing, here is the actual headset itself. We've got, I believe, the microphone hidden amongst all of this. So let's go ahead and just... there you go, I know at least two people like that. And there is the bendable mic itself, which does look quite interesting, and we'll take a little listen to the audio quality a little later on. And then we've got to go ahead and undo this as well. In here we've got ourselves our little cable, alongside a little bit of an audio splitter as well. So if you have separate different, I guess, like inputs and outputs, then you've got a cable for it right here. Something I don't quite get is why it's got this little bit of plastic, but I'm sure it's probably there for a reason. The other bit I find interesting and a little bit vaguely concerning is the fact this is just plastic. But still, let's pop all this over here and take a look at the extra bits that we got too. Including a bit like we thought, as we can see here, we've got ourselves a nice little bit of a quick start guide. And then we've got a whole bunch of, well, everything really. We even have a little note from Razer themselves. And for those of you wondering, don't worry, we also get stickers too. Now, the one thing I was expecting from this, from the particular headset here, especially since it cost me nearly £30 here in the UK, which is this in a few different currencies, but the thing I'm surprised isn't on here are volume controls. Mostly because my previous headset from HyperX, which was a Cloud Stinger Core 2, a very, very good headset, had them over on the ear cups on here, but I'm looking through them on the Razer Krazen and I just don't see them there. And there's no little module to do that on the headset cable either. However, I have my headphones and I have my phone, so let's go ahead and see how the audio is. So I've got a song here from the Beat Saber soundtrack that's currently playing through these headphones. Let's go ahead and move them over to the camera and see if it can pick up how the audio is. There you go, I'm not sure if I could quite pick that up, but there's the audio coming out of this. However, there is also one other audio feature that we need to test, and that is the microphone.
Okay, so now we've jumped over to the computer just for a few moments so you can hear what the audio of the microphone on this headset actually sounds like. And to be fair, it's not too bad.
So there we go, that is a nice little microphone demonstration from the Razer Krazen X Lite. I've got to say it's a very interesting headset and quite good for the price, especially when it comes down to the audio quality. However, I'm still a bit disappointed really with the lack of volume controls, although these do make up for it. In the meantime, that's all I've got for this interesting little headset. It is really just a headset at its core, and like I say, the fact that it is missing a few volume controls on either the cable or the actual headset itself is a bit of a shame, and it doesn't look like there's any option to, I guess, like fold up a microphone to mute. But aside from that, the build quality does look quite nice, and also I do love the cushions as well. They do look very, very nice and a lot better compared to what I had on my old set. And because I can't remember if I showed it off earlier, the headset connector that you use is a 3.5mm connector with a little L shape at the end of it. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Let me know if you've ever bought anything from Razer, and if you have, what was it and how was it? And in the meantime, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Tech out. See ya. Right, now I've got to go and pack all this back up again.